One evening, Thomas brought his last train to the junction. Percy and Toby were there too. "I'm going to the big station," he boasted. "The Fat Controller asked for me personally." "So are we." "Do you know," Percy went on, "I think something's up." Toby looked up at the sky. "Where?" Thomas chuckled. "Down here, silly." "How can something be up when it's down?" "Look," said Thomas excitedly. "Look!" A parade of engines were coming down the line towards them. "Hello, Bill. Hello, Ben. They're friends of mine. However," he went on, "I don't know the others." Bill and Ben whistled in chorus as they puffed to the station. "What was that all about?" asked Thomas. "The Fat Controller has a plan," answered his driver, "and he's going to tell us at the big station. Now come on." So they followed to the station where all the engines had gone. The Fat Controller was waiting for them there. "The people of England read about us in the books, but don't believe we are real." "Shame," squeaked Percy. The Fat Controller glared at Percy, then continued, "So I am taking my engines to England to show them." "Hooray, hooray," they whistled. "Silence," he bellowed. "We start the day after tomorrow at 8 a.m. Meanwhile, as these engines have kindly come from the other railway to take your place, you will show them your work tomorrow." Next day, as Annie and Clarabelle were going to England too, Thomas and Ginty practiced with some of her coaches. Thomas was excited, and he began boasting about his race with Bertie Buss. "I whooshed through the tunnel and stopped an inch from the buffers. Just like this." The buffers were broke. Luckily, no one had been hurt, but Thomas's front was badly bent. They telephoned the Fat Controller. "I'll send up some men," he said, "but if they can't mend Thomas in time, we'll have to go to England without him." Next morning, the engines waited at the junction. Toby and Percy were both on flatbeds, and Duck had shunted them behind Edward. Henrietta stood sad and alone on a siding. The Fat Controller called her a curiosity. "I wouldn't dream of leaving you behind," he said. "I'll fit you up as my private coach." Henrietta felt very grand as Gordon was coupled up to her. The big engines were in front, whistling impatiently. The Fat Controller paced the platform. He looked at the station clock. "One more minute," he announced to the guard. "Peep, peep, peep," whistled Thomas and panted into the station. Annie and Clarabelle twittered anxiously. "We hope we aren't late. It isn't quite 8. "Thomas," said the Fat Controller sternly, "I am quite displeased with you. You nearly upset my arrangements." Thomas looked down at his buffers abashed, and the Fat Controller climbed aboard Henrietta. The guard blew his whistle and waved his flag. The engines whistled. "Look out, England, here we come!" And the cavalcade puffed off. The engines stood side by side in a big airy shed. Hundreds of people came to see them and climbed in and out of their cabs every day. They liked it at first, but presently felt very bored and were glad when it was time to go. The people along their line put out flags and cheered them home. "We are glad to see you," they said. "Those other engines did their best, but they don't know our ways. Nothing anywhere can compare to our Fat Controller's engines."